What if I told you one of the strongest signs of real intelligence can actually make you look less smart? Not because you're wrong, but because you refuse to fake certainty. And in a world where confidence gets rewarded more than accuracy, that trait gets misunderstood all the time. Today, we're breaking down 7 subtle signs of high intelligence, not IQ test stuff, the real-world kind. And I'm saving number 1 for last, because it's the one that makes smart people get underestimated the most. Most people think intelligence is fast answers, perfect grades, or sounding sure, but real intelligence is often quieter. It's how you process information, how you handle uncertainty, and how you think when nobody's clapping. So let's count it down 7 to 1 and see how many you recognize. Number 7, you can hold 2 opposite ideas without panicking. Most people need everything to be simple, right versus wrong, good versus bad, us versus them. But intelligent minds can sit in tension. They can say both sides have a point, and I need more info before I decide. That doesn't mean you're indecisive. It means you're not emotionally bribed into picking a side early. 2 friends argue about money. One says save everything. The other says leave now. A smart person doesn't pick a team. They ask what's the goal? Security, freedom, health, time. That's intelligence. Thinking in systems, not slogans. And this connects to number 2 because it's the foundation of critical thinking. Number 6, this is the how did you even see that trait. You're in a conversation and you catch the real thing being said. You see repeating outcomes, the same fight in different relationships, the same mistake in different jobs, the same almost success loop. That's pattern recognition. And it's one of the most valuable forms of intelligence because it saves you from learning everything the hard way. Some people call it overthinking. It's not. It's your brain running a background scan for structure. Number 5, you ask annoying questions but in a good way. Smart people ask questions that make others uncomfortable, not to be difficult, but because their brain refuses to stop at the surface. They don't just ask, what happened? They ask, why did that happen? What else could explain it? What would prove this wrong? The smartest question isn't, what do you think? It's, how do you know? That single question exposes weak logic instantly. Number 4, you learn fast because you're willing to look stupid. This one is underrated. A lot of people avoid learning because learning requires being a beginner, and beginners look clumsy. But intelligent people can tolerate that feeling. They can say, teach me, walk me through it, I'm missing something. That is rare, because the ego would rather look polished than improve. 2 people start a new skill. One asks basic questions and grows fast. The other stays quiet to look competent and stays stuck. Intelligence isn't always speed. Sometimes it's humility plus reps. Number 3, you can manage your emotions mid-thought. Most people think emotions ruin logic. But smart people use emotions like data without letting emotions take the steering wheel. They can notice, okay, I'm getting defensive, I'm getting anxious, I'm trying to win, not understand. That ability is emotional intelligence, and it's not being nice, it's being able to think clearly while your nervous system is yelling. Because the truth is, a lot of bad decisions aren't low intelligence, they're high emotion with no control panel. If you're enjoying this breakdown and you want more psychology that actually helps in real life, hit subscribe. We go deep, but we keep it practical. Now here's where it gets powerful. Number 2, you don't automatically trust your first thought. This is critical thinking in its purest form. Most people treat their first opinion like it's a fact. Smart people treat their first opinion like a draft. They ask, what assumption am I making? What would change my mind? What am I not seeing? And here's the weird part. This makes smart people slower to speak, not because they don't know, but because they're checking their own bias before they broadcast. And that leads directly into the number 1 sign, the one that makes smart people get underestimated. Here it is. One of the strongest signs of high intelligence is you're aware of your own limitations. You can say, I'm not sure, I need to verify that. I don't know enough to claim that. And in a culture that worships confidence, that can make you seem less intelligent to people who confuse certainty with competence. This is the trap. A person who knows a little often sounds extremely sure. A person who knows a lot sees how complex things really are. So instead of shouting, they measure. Instead of guessing, they ask. Instead of performing intelligence, they practice it. That's intellectual humility, and it's not weakness, it's precision. So if you relate to these signs, pattern recognition, deep questions, emotional control, learning fast, critical thinking, you're not too much. You're not overthinking. You might just be operating with a smarter system than most people recognize. And ironically, the more intelligent you are, the less likely you are to need to prove it. Which one hit you the hardest? And have you ever been underestimated because you didn't pretend to be certain? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe because we're just getting started.